It's a quiet Saturday night, the kind where the world slows down and the internet buzzes with hidden secrets. Somewhere, deep within Reddit's darkest alleyways, an unsettling mystery has surfaced. But what starts as a strange curiosity quickly spirals into a chilling nightmare. This isn't your average internet rabbit hole. What we've uncovered goes beyond bizarre, slipping into a territory that is far more sinister than it first appears. You're about to enter the shadowy digital realm of one man, hidden behind layers of disturbing Instagram accounts, uncanny personas, and a long history of unsettling behavior. This is the story of a digital predator. A Reddit user known as Maria posts something strange on the subreddit Instagram. At first glance, it looks like harmless internet weirdness, accounts featuring grotesquely edited photos of people pretending to be children, plastered with awkward text about school and friends. But the deeper you look, the more disturbing it becomes. These aren't real children. These aren't even people. They're artificial personas. Creepy, manipulated images that blur the line between grotesque art and something much darker. The faces, if you can call them that, seem to sit just on the edge of the uncanny valley. Overly large eyes, unnaturally smooth skin, and exaggerated lips. These figures are disturbing, yet there's something more to them that makes you feel like you're looking at a dangerous secret. The accounts are connected: Truthsticks11, Smart Schoolboy, and Stephanie Schooley. At first, it looks like someone with a twisted sense of humor or a failed attempt at an ARG. But as we delve deeper, we start seeing patterns that suggest something far more calculated, something that shouldn't exist in plain sight. Truthsticks11, one of the earliest accounts Maria uncovered, begins innocently enough. The account presents itself as a concerned parent, warning others about the dangers of online predators, almost preaching about the need to protect children from inappropriate contact online. But soon, the mask slips. Within just a few months, the content takes a dark turn. The same account that once warned against predatory behavior now posts disturbing images, highly edited photos of a child in increasingly suggestive poses. It's as if the account is mocking its audience, slipping into the very thing it pretended to condemn. The unsettling irony becomes clear. This account isn't a guardian, it's a wolf in sheep's clothing. Whoever is behind this, they are deliberately toying with us. This is no ARG, no playful internet hoax. The edits, the poses, it all feels calculated, deliberate. The question isn't just why someone is doing this, but who they're targeting. And it gets worse when you consider the audience that might be drawn to this. As Maria and other Reddit sleuths dig deeper, they discover more accounts, each one more disturbing than the last. Smart Schoolboy, Stephanie Stansfield, Schoolgirl Teresa, all of them featuring similarly grotesque content, all of them seemingly run by the same person. The posts blend eerie images of children with bizarre, disjointed stories. Each account tries to fabricate a persona, detailing lives filled with school crushes, poems, and classroom experiences. But none of these personas exist. They're artificial. It's as if the person behind these accounts is constructing a twisted digital playground where they can pretend to be children, interacting with other users in ways that make your skin crawl. It gets even more unsettling when you realize that some of these accounts are following real kids, actual minors with no idea they're being watched. The personas created aren't just for show, they're being used to infiltrate real online communities of children. But here's where it gets really strange. Despite the creep factor, nothing is technically illegal. The images are twisted, but not explicit. The accounts are bizarre, but they follow just enough rules to slip under Instagram's radar. But then, something happens. One of the central accounts, smartschoolboy9, disappears. Just as online investigators start connecting the dots, one of the key players in this disturbing network vanishes: smartschoolboy9. Instagram removes the account, though it's unclear if it was flagged for inappropriate content or if the person behind it is scrubbing their tracks. This was one of the few accounts where videos were posted, videos that show a man, clearly an adult, dressed in a child's school uniform. He films himself walking to school, talking about his experiences as a student. It's eerie, like watching someone stuck in a delusion. The persona in these videos, a man trying desperately to pass as a schoolboy, is unsettling. His fascination with school uniforms, his obsession with describing interactions between young boys. There's something undeniably off about the way he presents himself. And here's where the biggest twist comes in. This man, he's not new to this game. He's been doing this for years. After extensive digging, Redditors managed to uncover who this man really is. A local boogeyman known as David, a man who has haunted communities across the UK for decades. Reports of his disturbing behaviour date back 20 years. He's been seen wandering the streets of London and other cities, dressed as a schoolboy, stalking children, lurking near playgrounds, and even showing up at schools. Residents describe him as a strange figure, wearing a child's uniform, often with a lunchbox and makeup, following kids home, hiding behind trees, peering through windows. The police have been called countless times, but he's always managed to avoid legal consequences, playing the part of a delusional man who doesn't know better. But here's the terrifying part. David knows exactly what he's doing. David's online activity paints a much darker picture. Across platforms, Instagram, Twitter, even Facebook, he's crafted elaborate personas, pretending to be children, writing poetry, sharing stories about school. One account in particular stands out, Stephanie Stansfield. Here, David poses as a young girl, recounting her school days, and even submitting poetry to local publications under this false identity. The disturbing part is how easily he blends in. Some of his posts seem innocent, as though he's just another nostalgic adult, reminiscing about his childhood. But beneath the surface lies something far more insidious. References to children's underwear, cryptic mentions of playgrounds, and an unhealthy obsession with pretending to be something he's not. And this has been going on for years. What's more alarming is how many accounts are involved. David isn't working alone in one corner of the internet. His digital presence is sprawling. From Truthsticks to Stephanie's Ghoulie, it seems like an endless maze of interconnected accounts, each one building on the delusion that he's a child. But make no mistake, this isn't some harmless fantasy. David, or whatever persona he's using, has been following real children. His accounts interact with young users, drawing them into his fabricated world. It's not clear if he's ever harmed any of them, but the potential for danger is evident. His online behavior suggests he's been waiting, lurking and blending in for decades, evading law enforcement, staying just below the radar of social media platforms, and perfecting his twisted game. Despite numerous reports, police and platforms like Instagram have done little to stop him. His posts remain a disturbing part of the digital landscape, untouched by the very systems designed to protect us. The accounts, though flagged and reported, often resurface under new names, evading permanent removal. For years, David has exploited these gaps, using a sophisticated web of fake identities to avoid detection. Each time an account is taken down, a new one appears, continuing his twisted game. The platforms, despite their algorithms and reporting systems, seem to struggle with the task of identifying and permanently removing such predators. Law enforcement, too, has been slow to act. Reports and complaints pile up, but investigations often stall or lack the urgency needed to address such a persistent threat. The reality is that the systems designed to catch these predators are flawed, sometimes overwhelmed, and often inadequately equipped to handle the complex nature of online stalking and digital deception. This systemic failure has left many feeling helpless. Parents, guardians, and children themselves find themselves at the mercy of a broken system. The lack of decisive action not only allows predators like David to continue their schemes, but also leaves victims and concerned parties in a state of uncertainty and fear. But it's not too late. The truth of David's disturbing online presence has now been exposed. It's a call to action for all of us, platforms, law enforcement, and individuals alike. We must demand better protections and more robust mechanisms to identify and remove harmful content. Platforms need to refine their algorithms, enhance their reporting systems, and take proactive measures to prevent such predators from exploiting their services. Law enforcement agencies must prioritize these cases, ensuring that investigations are thorough and timely. And as individuals, we must remain vigilant. Educate ourselves and our children about online safety, report suspicious activity, support organizations dedicated to protecting minors online. Together, we can create a safer online environment. The digital world is a powerful tool, but it must be safeguarded against those who wish to misuse it. The story of David and his digital masquerade is a stark reminder of the darkness that can lurk behind screens. It challenges us to reflect on the systems we rely on and the responsibility we all share in making the internet a safer place. As we end this exploration, let's remember that vigilance and action are our best defenses. Stay informed, stay cautious, and never underestimate the importance of a safe digital space.